Well, if looks could kill DC, here is Thug Rose Namajunas, the former UFC strawweight champion, and still one of the best, if not the best, 115-pound fighter in the world.
When you watch Namajunas and she looks at her opponents, it's stone cold. She's looking right through them. You see her opponents try to engage her in trash talk to try to break the psyche of Namajunas, and she just looks it down, stares right through it, and says, you know what? On tomorrow, I get to show you with my fists, my knees, and my feet. And when she's fighting, she's one of the best fighters this division's ever seen. And we saw that tonight. She knocked out Joanna Jacek in the very first round.
You ain't winning a staring contest with Thug Rose Namajunas, and you're probably not winning a cage fight against her either. Namajunas is back for more rotate. Thug Rose Namajunas, ready to battle and take home that elusive UFC gold. All right, so here she is, the best strawweight in the world, the UFC champion for a second time, I might add, Magnum Weili, and man, she's going to be favored against most 115-pound fighters in the world, including Thug Rose Namajunas, who beat her twice.
I've got friends that text me, they go, how's she ever lost? Like, how does she lose? Like, what happens when Weili loses? I'm like, I don't know, because she possesses all the skills. She is as strong. John, I went out and said at one point she's one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen.
One of?
And I said I said the greatest athletes of all time. And everybody kind of jumped on me, but then when you watch her and you see those athletic gifts, it's hard to question what she is, at least in the UFC strawweight division.
No, I think that's fair.
She's a tremendous fighter. She has all the skills, and tonight she's once again in a place where she has to put that on display to get her hand raised.
And her fan base has absolutely exploded in North America. A lot of these fans from around the world have traveled to see Weili compete here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this strawweight championship fight. To get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Thug Rose Namajunas. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world, John Magnum Weili.
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight. How about the crowd pop as Thug Rose Namajunas got back on the proving ground tonight? She'll try to make it 3 head-to-head wins over Weili. Sort of rare when you have 2-0 in a trilogy to have this fight materialize, but Weili has been so good of late, she's actually a slight favorite tonight.
It's because Weili keeps winning. Every time she is matched up with someone else, she gets the job done. But how does she get the job done against Rose Namajunas? In the second fight, we saw Weili use wrestling early, but get taken down late. Weili, if she wants to win, needs to use that wrestling early, but be more comfortable on the feet. I understand Rose knocked her out once, but that isn't something that you expect multiple times. And for Namajunas, she's got to continue to mix things up, use her championship-level experience to carry her to victory once again.
Oh, nice block there, and a counter kick to the body by Weili. All right, early round action here, and Weili not wasting any time finding a home for that right hand.
A beautiful right hand. You know, we saw this in the Jessica Andrade fight, her title-winning performance, where she overwhelmed her with that shot that put her out. Weili is a tremendous athlete, and when she explodes into this punch, she is as good as they come.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Oh, roundhouse kick. Yet another huge kick lands.
Great timing on that double leg.
Well, we told you off the top her offensive wrestling was off the charts. She gets another takedown there. Now we'll see what she can do.
Now she looks to try and control her opponent because she's gotten a ton of takedowns, and it's awesome to see. But at some point, she needs to get some ground control if she truly wants to wear down her opponent.
Zhang's kick attempt, that one was blocked. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit.
Right back in the clinch. Look for the backhand. Get very active.
Weili gets back up again. Nicely done. Now these two women separate from the clinch. Big power shot there.
Another good stick to the head.
That's a nice 1-2 there from Rose Namajunas, all set up by that brilliant footwork. Great fundamentals.
I mean, fundamentals at its best. Rose Namajunas just defines that. I mean, she's never where you expect her to be. She's never just standing still. She's constantly moving and always seems to be a step ahead of her competition.
She's starting to put together some significant body work here, and these are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, great block. What a strike by her there. I'd be knocked out. Her opponent still standing.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on her body. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space so that she can evade her opponent from finishing.
What a round. How good was that?
Beautiful. You won that round big. You got to keep going out there, keep doing the same thing. Stick to the plan, stick to the...
All right, great round it was. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, a lot for the replay guys to choose from. But, John, it's going to be mostly kicks.
Right.
She landed them over and over again, found her target, locked in on it, and drove her shin right through her opponent's body. That was a great display of kicking in the UFC.
All right, both fighters now ready to go as we start up our second round. Weili Zhang and Rose Namajunas. Well, pretty good showcase for these two women in the previous round as our next round gets underway. Some risk management in the previous 5 minutes, though.
This is a big...
Oh, she is wobbled now.
Oh, big elbow. That's some power there. Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot. Oh!
Well, the hook has been her primary weapon of choice tonight. Let's see if she sets it up again here. Zhang going for the body. Missed with that kick. Well, DC, you thought she'd go back to the well. Oh!
Huge shots going on right here.
So far, a frantic pace as expected.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Well, pretty good recovery by her opponent after being stopped. We see this all the time, right? If you don't close the deal when you have that opportunity, your opponent's back in the fight and can potentially win.
Especially with this opponent. This opponent's so dangerous all the time. It does not matter that she hurt her before. She's going to have to close the door if she gets her hurt again. Beautiful body kick, man. You can catch a body kick, but you got to step off to the side. You just can't take it clean.
Just over 2 minutes now to go in the round. Trying to find a home for that right hand. Namajunas is cut now above the eye, courtesy of the... Yeah,
man, she landed a massive hook, and it had her opponent hurt bad. Oh, nice high kick. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so her hooks have certainly been the big storyline in this one, DC. Give us a prediction. I think she goes back to it here. Oh, another heavy shot gets through. Back to the feet now. Well, she is clearly gassed out at this point of the fight. The stamina is low, and even when she misses a strike, that is an exhausting effort as well. So, not a good look for her here. Oh, high amplitude head kick. Zhang swelling now around the jaw area, so we'll keep an eye on that as this fight continues.
Oh, my God.
Oh, saved by the bell there. There's the horn, end of the round. Thankfully, she will live to see another round. So back to the stool. She only has 60 seconds here to recover. We'll see if her corner physically and mentally can keep her in this fight. What a seminal moment there at the end of the round. All right, so a huge moment for her in that previous round, DC, as we show you some of the highlights. The knockdown nearly closed the show for her.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on the knockdown because it looked like the fight was over. Now, is her opponent tough? Yes. But is her opponent smart enough to make the necessary adjustment as this fight goes forward?
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, nice counter there with the hook after she blocked the shot. Well played. Just out of the range with that right hand. Oh, man, another head kick lands, and one more could be.
I mean, that is a big shot to the head. I cannot believe she's still standing.
Back to the feet.
She's got her in a lot of trouble.
Just missing on the high kick there. Well, not just...
She's hurt real bad.
Might be able to hook onto an arm here.
Looking deep. She's so smart, John. She maintained position over submission. That's rule number one.
Weili gets up and is back on her feet. Very nice. Seemed like she got it out of the clinch there. All right, so some adversity for her here. Looks like she has been opened up around that eye.
Anything worth having will not be easy, but she's got to protect that cut because it will get worse if she continues to get hit on it.
Body shot, body shot.
We have crossed the midpoint of this one. All right, the referee is going to step in here, and he has momentarily halted the action. He will call on the doctor. We'll see if he ends up stopping this fight due to that cut she's dealing with.
Well, you can see it, right? You can see from the damage. You can see from her reactions to the cut that we would have to make a decision, and not her decision. Look.
Well, it looks as though the fight is going to continue. The fans like that. Perhaps she's got to really go for it now, though.
She's got to really go for it. She's going to have to empty the chamber here. She's going to have to empty the gas tank trying to finish this fight.
All right, so the referee is going to get the action back underway. She didn't even want the... Oh, she is in a world of trouble. We'll see if she can survive.
Oh, that's big.
Under 2 minutes now to go in our third round. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Well, Namajunas' cut is getting worse. The cut man chopping at the bit to get in there. They'll have to wait for the... Oh, she's got to keep pressing now.
She's getting up, yep.
All right, she postures up here, DC. We'll see if she can get those ground strikes.
Watch for the huge elbows that she's known for.
Shaw. That'll do it! Rose Namajunas finishes the job.
Yo, wow! That was nasty!
We go back inside the octagon for the official decision. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 59 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world, Thug Rose
right, so